Hi, I'm Max from Zoomo. Welcome to your induction. I'm going to take you through how to use your Zoomo electric bike. First thing I want to talk about is that it is an electric bike, so the motor is powered from the front wheel, so you will have pedal assist when you're using this bike. The first thing I want to take you through is how to release the battery and put the battery back in. There's a key that you want to turn just gently here. That releases the battery. As you can see, it's now available to come out. Lift it very gently out, take it out, that's ready to charge. Putting it back in, you should feel that clip back in. So what you don't want to do is force the key beyond this point, because the battery will release itself. You don't need to force the key any further than that. The battery is easy to lift out. The second point is turning on the bike. If you have a look very closely here, you want to hold down the power button that's right in the center of the top of the battery. You'll see it will cycle through the colors. Color-wise, blue means that you've got over 30% battery. Green means you've got more than 60% battery. Red means you've got less than 10% battery. When you've got ample battery, you're ready to ride, then you can start thinking about turning on the bike. Okay, now your battery's powered on, you're ready to turn on the bike and get riding. If you tap that bottom button underneath the left handle, under here, you have 30 seconds to start the bike. The yellow fob, make sure you use the yellow fob here. Tap it on the sensor, that starts it up. You'll see on the sensor that there's 5 different modes you can have, which are pedal assist modes. The 5 different modes can be filtered with the up and down buttons here. So right now, it's on eco mode. You can change it to city, to tour, to power, and to boost. As expected, the higher the number, the more pedal assist you're going to get as you ride. Recommended when you're first setting off, you want to be in the lowest gear, or the lowest pedal assist possible, because the pedal assist only kicks in as you pedal the bike. So it makes most sense to set off in the lowest gear and raise them as you ride along. When you want to actually turn on the light on the bike, the top button where you'd use for auto adjusting pedal assist, hold down the top button for a few seconds and you see the light comes on. If you hold the top button again for a few seconds, that light turns off. Really important that if you're finding that the light's not turning on, don't try and adjust the wires that lead up to these controllers, because they affect everything in the bike, not just the light. So if there's an issue with the light, then you can contact Zoomo and we can get it fixed for you. But that's the way you turn on and off the lights. When you're ready to ride as well, make sure your kickstand's out the way. It's important that you check your brakes. Your left hand brake stops the rear wheel, your right hand brake stops the front wheel. When you're riding, it's important that you use both brakes when you need to stop. Don't just press the rear one, it leads to skidding, it'll wear down the tyres much quicker and it's less safe. Don't just use the front one. Last thing you want to do is go over the handlebars, also not safe. But yeah, with that, so make sure you use both wheels. It's the safest thing you can do. It will keep the bike, keep it going as long as possible as well, or wear out the tyres less quicker. Next I'm going to show you how to adjust the seat post. So you'll see there's a latch like on most bikes that you open here. That means the seat post will move. What you don't want to do is try and adjust the tightness with this latch, because it'll break. There's another bolt which sits on the other side, which tightens and loosens how much the seat post can move. Once you get it to a nice spot, you'll feel how tight it is. Then you get the latch and you lock it back over. If it's too tight, the latch won't close, so don't force it. If it's too loose, the latch is doing nothing. So make sure it's at a balanced point and you feel there's resistance there. Pull that over and that's perfect. That seat's not going to move and it's not broken the latch. So when you're ready to jump on the bike and get going, pick out the kickstand, seats in the right position. When you're ready to ride, really important not to do is if you see where the pedals would be, don't jump on the bike like this and put pressure on one pedal, and the same applies to the other side. Step over the bike first, get on the seat, and then get ready to go. The reason being, it's going to If you're consistently doing this, it's going to put lots of pressure on one pedal, which is going to wear out one pedal much quicker than the other. Same applies to either side. So just make sure you're sitting down first and then apply pressure on the pedals to go. Again, it improved the life of this bike. It won't need to go in for repair quite so quickly. Secondly as well, when you're ready to go, as well as the pedal assist, the actual bike has 3 different gears. Unlike probably like most bikes, you don't have to be riding to change these gears. So you can change them at any point and it will change the gear. So if you're static, waiting for traffic, don't worry about changing back into first gear, it will do it. And you'll be able to ride off in first gear. You'll find that most of your bikes, you'll be using a D-lock or something similar. Just make sure when you're traveling that you don't try and hang the bike off of anywhere around the seat post, around the handlebars, anywhere that might interfere with anything electrical or affect the mudguard or anything to lead to braking sooner than it should do. One of the safest places you can have it is if you can have it on the rear rack or if you can have it in your bag. That's also the safest place to put it. Just avoid hanging it off any part of the bike because it will lead to damaging the bike. So when you're finished using the bike and you park it up, you just want to try and protect it from rain and water as much as possible. So try and have it parked in an area, if it's going to be left outside for the full day, try and have it in spaces where any rainfall is not going to be directly hitting the bike for the whole day. One of the most important areas to protect is the controller screen. We do have a waterproof film on there as well, so it will create a certain amount of protection, especially when you're riding in the rain, but it's ideal not to leave the bike just sitting in the rain all day. So if there's any way you can cover that over those periods, then it's ideal. Again, it just reduces the amount of time that the bike has to spend off-road. If you have water damage that gets into there, it won't work properly, it will need to come in for repair. So best thing to do is protect that as much as possible. The reason you don't want the bike to fall is that this part here is really sensitive to do with the gears. So if the bike was to fall this side and it lands on this, it's basically going to really affect how the bike works. It's probably going to have to get repaired. So really make sure that the bike is always safely put on the stand, it's leaning correctly, and you don't lay the bike on this side or leave it in a position where it might fall on this side. Particularly for this device here, it's really sensitive to any damage. As I say, I'm Max from Zoomo, so if there's any support you need, you can reach out to me and the team. If there's any more information that you'd like on the bikes, just let me know and I can help you. Hi, it's just a final message from Zoomo. If you have any issues with the bike, please don't attempt to repair them yourself. Contact Zoomo and we can get it all sorted for you. Even if it's just a flat tyre or any electrical faults, contact us and we'll get it sorted for you as quickly as possible. Thank you.